Today, let's dive into an interesting topic about the future of politics in South Korea. With the emergence of intellectuals in academia, it seems like a new era of political change could be on the horizon. What are your thoughts on how these intellectuals could shape the political landscape?
That's a great topic. It's interesting because intellectuals, especially university professors, have a lot to offer. But politics is a completely different realm. A university professor's job is to teach and research, not necessarily to lead a nation. But if these intellectuals shift gears and enter politics, they could offer fresh perspectives, especially if they are more pragmatic than just theoretical.
I agree, but do you think the current political structure is ready to embrace these changes? It seems like the existing parties, like the ruling party and the opposition, are still stuck in outdated dynamics. Would it be easy for them to make room for a shift?
It's not that simple. While it's true that new faces can bring in new ideas, the political system is still built on the foundation of traditional parties. Take the ruling party, for instance. They may not be able to fully transform without support from the people. The opposition party still has much to learn in terms of gaining the trust of the public and strengthening its leadership.
So you're saying that the opposition needs more political experience before it can truly challenge the ruling party? It's a bit like a sports team. Just because you have talented players doesn't mean they can win if they haven't worked together long enough, right?
Exactly. Politics is like teamwork. It's not just about individual talents or knowledge, but about how you work together to achieve something. If the opposition doesn't grow and develop its strategies, it won't be able to offer a real alternative to the public.
That's true, but let's think about how this can evolve. How do you envision a political landscape where these intellectuals, people who are more educated or experienced in other fields, can play a real role in governance?
The key is balance. Intellectuals must understand that while their knowledge is valuable, they also need practical political skills. You can't just walk into politics and expect change to happen overnight. They need to interact with the grassroots, work with existing parties, and gain experience. Only then can they build a foundation for the future.
So it's all about merging theory with practical experience. It's almost like a new generation of politicians needs to undergo a sort of training or apprenticeship before they can truly lead.
Exactly. But there's a danger in rushing the process. We've seen examples where people tried to break away from traditional parties too quickly, and it only led to division and confusion. It's like trying to build something without laying down a solid foundation. It might look good at first, but it will collapse eventually.
That makes sense. So you think that rather than creating new parties out of nowhere, it's better for the existing ones to evolve and become more inclusive to allow these new intellectuals and leaders to come in and grow?
Absolutely. The idea of creating a new party sounds appealing to some, but it often leads to fragmentation. The current parties need to make space for fresh perspectives, but they also need to preserve their core values and strategies. It's about integration, not division. New blood should be nurtured, but not in a way that destabilizes the system.
And this brings us back to the concept of balance. It's about helping each side grow and support one another, right?
Yes, exactly. If the ruling party can support the growth of the opposition, and vice versa, we could see a more dynamic and functional political environment. Both sides can offer something valuable, but only if they work together towards common goals.
So you're proposing a collaborative model where both sides support each other, pushing for mutual growth rather than competition for power. It's almost like a family working together to make the household stronger.
That's a perfect analogy. If we view the political system as a family, it's not about competing for power, but working together to build a better future. A society thrives when different perspectives are heard, valued, and used to strengthen the whole.
Right, and it's crucial that this process is not rushed. The system needs to absorb the new elements slowly, ensuring everything aligns with the country's overall goals. Otherwise, all that energy might just go to waste.
Exactly. The energy from new political figures needs to be channeled properly. If it's just about short-term goals or quick fixes, it could destabilize the nation. But if it's focused on long-term solutions, it can lead to significant change.
Well, it looks like the path forward is clearer now. It's all about strategic growth, learning from each other, and not forcing sudden changes. That way, the political system can evolve naturally and strengthen from within.
That's the hope. The key is patience, wisdom, and collaboration. The country's future lies in how well these dynamics play out. So, it's up to us, politicians, intellectuals, and the public, to get it right.
And that's a challenge for everyone, but if done properly, the benefits will be immense. Thanks for this insightful conversation.
Anytime. Always a pleasure to discuss the future of our country.